What a year for horror it's been. We're about to wrap up the spooky season and go into holiday horror movies.
Those are my favorite.
Now, is Pray for the Devil the perfect wrap-up and transition into the next season? Welcome to the Popcorn Confessional, and this is Dave from Nerdbox, and I'm accompanied by my wife, Jen, also from Nerdbox. And on this episode, we are talking about Pray for the Devil. So fire up that Jiffy Pop and meet us in the booth.
This is Brian O'Holler, and you're watching the Popcorn Confessional on the Nerdbox. Sounds like a porn site.
The Roman Catholic Church combats a global rise in demonic possessions by reopening schools to train priests to perform exorcisms. Although nuns are forbidden to perform this ritual, a professor recognizes Sister Anne's gifts and agrees to train her. Thrust into the spiritual front line, she soon finds herself in a battle for the soul of a young girl who's possessed by the same demon that tormented her own mother years earlier.
There's a lot to unravel in this film, especially since the underlying theme is traumatic abuse as a child, I would say. And as we get to learn as we go along in this film, people that are getting possessed may have experienced something in their past life that has opened them up to that possession or whatever has possessed them. The trailer made me really interested in it, look forward to it. The trailer debuted a long time ago, and then it was pulled because of everything that happened with the pandemic. So this one I've been waiting for a decent amount of time. And I have to say that this one was kind of underwhelming. So if you were planning to go to the theaters this weekend to have the crap scared out of you, it is not this movie. And I would say go see Smile or go see Terrifier, because that would be the perfect conclusion for your month of October.
Yeah, and if you're just looking for something that has maybe the jump scares that you would have expected in this, then I would say go see Smile.
Mm-hmm.
Terrifier is completely opposite. Not that you shouldn't see it, but it's not the same thing.
Yeah, Pray for the Devil is a lot more story, yes. And there's a lot of potential that when you're watching the movie that you will see. It's like, oh, wow, they really could have probably elevated the scares in this scene. They could have elevated the possession in this scene. Mm-hmm. There was a lot that they could have done that maybe they were afraid to do, but it just misses the mark.
Yeah, there was a lot of story to this one. I think if there had been less of a boring storyline, then the actual the real meat of the story would have been good. Mm-hmm. But the outlying story wasn't. It was slow.
Yeah, there's some cool new elements that they've introduced with possession that I haven't seen before, so that I kind of enjoyed. But the true encounters just failed to deliver. Honestly, it's just it's a short movie, and I was all right, this could have probably ended a little bit earlier.
It was only an hour and a half. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you kind of got that. I kind of got this right from the beginning. The two main characters are Sister Anne and Father Dante, and right from the jump, I felt like they didn't belong. They didn't come off as a nun or a priest. Later on, you find out why. No, there's no secret relationship, but you find out why. But they just didn't fit in right. I was I'm not feeling it. I don't see them in these roles.
I think what they tried to do here was they tried to establish a movie as part of a franchise. By the time the movie ended up, it's oh, okay, I see what they're trying to do here. We're trying to establish a new character in the horror genre that's going to battle demons. So if they do a sequel, I was kind of leaving the theater toying with ideas. It's oh, is it Sister Anne versus the demons? Or it was just playing...
That would be a terrible title.
It was just what I was playing with when I was leaving the movie. Is they got ahead of themselves. They did not know how to deliver on the scares of it, and they were too busy concentrating on the bigger picture and trying to get maybe 2 or 3 movies down the line. Especially with that ending. That ending.
The ending definitely was like screaming sequel, possibly a franchise, most definitely. I do have to say that the one part of the ending though, I was like, is she like a superhero now? Right? Did you get like that feel, like that thing she did? I was like, I mean, I can't tell you what she did, but I was like, please, like this looks like some kind of a superhero thing.
Yeah, that's what I was getting more towards the end of the movie. It's like, oh, they're going this route with it.
Yeah.
And honestly, if I would compare it to any movie that was out there, I would have to say it was Conjuring 3 on that level there. It's
yeah, because that wasn't our favorite of the Conjuring.
Yeah, because with the Conjuring series, as we all know, the first 2 movies are pretty scary.
Yeah.
And then you get this third one, and it went totally Hollywood. This movie is totally Hollywood. This is not what I would consider almost like a real horror movie. I would call them back a blockbuster, the bubblegum horror movies. It's like, hey, let's throw some money at a film. It has a cool idea, and let's see what we can do with it. Let's make it into something bigger than it should be.
Yeah. It was like Exorcist's gone rogue or something.
It's not even close to The Exorcist.
No, Exorcists.
Oh. This is just another one of those possession movies that's going to be forgotten over time, I believe. The story for Annie, it was interesting.
Anne.
I'm calling her Annie because I want to sing the song Annie's Got a Cross instead of Annie's Got a Gun. So if you go to the movie and you start thinking Annie's Got a Cross, then you're welcome.
Yeah, wasn't the song Janie's Got a Gun?
Yeah, but I just made it Annie's Got a Cross.
Okay. You can't, you're like totally switching everything up. It doesn't even make any sense. Ignore him.
It made more sense in the movie.
No.
The story was okay. It was more dramatic, as I mentioned. It failed on the horror. So what are you rating this one?
I'm a one and done.
I would watch this one more time. I'm not going to buy it. I will give it one more chance.
Well, I might have to give it one more chance because I went to the bathroom stupidly and missed like a whole bunch of stuff. So, I mean, okay, so it would be a one and done, but I probably do have to watch it again just so I can see that scene that I missed.
Yeah, the scene that you missed may have been the coolest grouping of scenes in the entire movie.
Of course.
So, and it was like the build up for something to come that really just never happened. So, anyway, so don't forget it is the quest for 5,000 subscribers. We are wrapping up the 31 days of Halloween and Terrifier month here. So if you have gone and seen Terrifier and you haven't seen some of the videos that we have done, go type that into our video search bar and you'll see exclusive content that you're not going to find anywhere else.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Yes. And until the next one, see ya.